Very recently, the ex-Chief Justice of India, Shri N.V. Ramana, said that the new media tools have enormous amplifying ability, but they appear to be incapable of distinguishing between the right and the wrong, the good and the bad, and the real and the fake. I repeat, the real and the fake. Yes, friends, all it takes is just one hashtag. Just one hashtag to distort and manipulate information, which then leads to the rise of the digital mobs who retorts to persistent cyber harassment, character assassination, and social media lynching of the targets. Let me give you an example. In 2015, a Delhi woman, she posted a photo of a man on the Facebook and accused him of a sexual harassment. The social media wannabe judges, they starting hailing the girl as a hero while demonizing and dehumanizing this particular man by calling him a pervert and labeling him as hashtag Dilli ka Darinda. 4 years he lived with that title. And 4 years later, and he was acquitted of all the charges. So be it Riya Chakravarti or be it Aryan Khan, be it a fashion brand or be it a jewelry brand, be it some movie or be it a web series, be it a comedian or be it a cricketer who just dropped a catch in a match, the kangaroo court on the social media wants to play the role of the judge, the jury, and the executioner.
The verdicts of this social media trial rooms do not just stay in the online world. They extend to the real lives. Despite of being acquitted, the gentleman still has to live with the tag of hashtag Dilli ka Darinda. The young boy who's no longer between us, yet his family has to bear the burden of hashtag guilty. The Bengaluru woman till date has to fight millions of judgments of hashtag cosmetics and tears. Let me ask you, was it just a photo, comments, some leaked chats, or posts that decided the fate of these people's lives? Well, yes, but they were armed with our reactions, our judgments, and our verdicts. All of these based upon highly opinionated comments or posts, selected facts, opinions presented as facts, and presented in trending hashtags. All of these form the platform for the bias. Social media drives bias of conformity, which is outruling our individual biases, affecting our judgments, and making us behave in a herd reaction manner. This phenomena is playing very often and seen as a common trait of online social behavior and hence becoming a culture of conformity, which is giving rise to culture of canceling. Canceling is an act when you boycott or publicly shame someone in response of actual or perceived transgression. While in the past, cancellation has worked, saved the social causes, but today it is a harsh punishment. It automatically labels someone as bad or the culprit. And all of this by whom? We, the social media jurors.
And we, the social media jurors, what are we influenced by? We are influenced by bots, fake accounts, paid trolls, brainwashed citizens, herd mentality, and the degenerated news channels that we watch. That makes canceling so easy. Then, now there are social media analytic firms. They micro-target you so as to convince you, so as to influence you to believe in what they think is right. Video editing, Now that's the favorite tool for these fake news generators. In fact, there's a trimmed clip of a very popular leader, and when you watch it, you will believe that yes, he's the one who's promising to convert potatoes into gold. And now we also have artificial intelligence powered deep nudes and deep fakes, which are nothing but fake, but yet so realistic, so believable nude videos that you could use these to shame, to harass, and to intimidate the targets, especially the women. We already have one such target. A very prominent Indian journalist has been a victim of such a deep fake porn plot. And it's just not these videos. Now, we also have artificial intelligence powered cloned voices. So you just feed it with any voice, any celebrity's voice also, or your own voice. The machine will clone it in less than 20 seconds, and then this voice will be used to spread misinformation. But see, we cannot blame these machines and these technologies. I understand that they facilitate the creation, but what about the retransmission of these fake news? The retransmission of these fake news is done by people like you and I. Social media now has become a platform that facilitates not just hate, boycotts, cancel culture, but also lynching, violence, and murders. Murders, yes, you heard it right. In Maharashtra's Dhule, 5 persons were beaten to death by a mob on suspicion of child lifting. And all this why? Just because of some unverified WhatsApp forwards. In the past 5 years, more than 30 people have been killed, and that too just because of fake news that has been propagated by WhatsApp alone.
This media platform is today home for our youth and teens the most. Teenagers are both creators and consumers of this media content. In fact, most of this media content is now the driving force behind their actions. They are even encouraged to mimic the cancel culture amongst their peers. In teenage cancel culture, of course, most of it happens online through harsh, hateful comments or unfollows. The reasons are worrisome, and it's extending to their real lives, to their schools and the peer circles outside schools as well. Teens are canceling each other out for reasons like being a toxic friend, or being too needy, or being too naive, or simply for appearances, or trivial reasons like listening to unpopular or untrending music, or watching some outdated or unpopular movie. Being socially ostracized at a formative age, especially when the peer connection is incredibly important to them, is devastating. It is damaging essentially because at that age, the teens are very sensitive to the peers' opinions. Cancelled teens suffer for years to feel belonged in a peer circle. They have trust issues. Clinical depression, anxiety, suicidal thoughts are the common outcomes. The harmful effects of cancel culture also extend to the cancelers and the bystanders. In the teen cancel culture, they bypass the empathy, the ability to forgive in favor of choosing to be right on their self or perceived beliefs, or simply the need to conformity. They also do not learn to respect the differences of opinions, while the bystanders or the teens at the sidelines suffer from anxiety and fear that they could be next. They also go through the guilt of not being able to help someone who was harshly cancelled.
With so many murders that have taken place, I have no hesitation in saying that the social media is the new serial killer. Being a tech guy, obviously it's expected out from me that I should come up with some technological solutions. We should develop, the tech people should develop some technological solutions so as to counter this cancel culture. But today, I want to place the human values of reasoning, compassion, sympathy, empathy above this technology. Because isn't our own intelligence, the human intelligence, far superior than this artificial intelligence that people like you and me have developed? So I think, friends, it's time that we unsubscribe to these social media trials. We stop being part of the judge, the jury, and the executioner. What we need to do is not remain a bystander, but become an upstander. An upstander is someone who recognizes that something is wrong and wants to make it right. So rise to upstand when you see hate being circulated in your family groups. Rise to upstand when you see some actress being called a gold digger. And rise to upstand when a bowler is being trolled for dropping just one catch. Because today, if you don't upstand, if you don't rise, some person can fall. And not just fall, but fall to death.
But mind it, upstanding requires a special technique to make sure you don't counter-bully. And that technique is the technique of pause. Practicing the pause. Pause before you like, pause before you comment, you share, you post, or you forward. Pause before you assume, and pause before you make a judgment. Those few moments of pause will break the emotionally triggered reaction and help you form a thoughtful response. So, friends, today with these two tools, upstanding and practicing the pause, let's all pledge to break free of the bias of conformity in the social media space and rise together against the cancel culture. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.